Good morning everybody, we're back again for another video. It is the 13th of June, 9:30 my time, Monday morning. Markets have opened for this week. We've had some crazy movements last week, obviously with the inflation's going up, interest rates are going up. So it's shifting the markets quite a lot, as you'll see when we go over the pairs. So as usual, we're starting on EURGBP, and there's not much to report this week. I'm just leaving that running out. It's either going to hit me stop loss or I'll continue, and I'll close it if we break above it. It looks like we're still respecting the trend, and it's still bullish. But it does look like we're just consolidating and moving in this little range here between 84 cents and 85, so it's about 100 pip range there. We're just moving sideways in at the moment, so not much to report on that, just leaving that runner going, and then we'll look for the next trade later on. So with that one covered, we'll go to GBPJPY. Now we're in profits on this trade. The supply zone that we got stopped out on was this one here. Sorry. Price moved. It moved up pretty fast, pretty strong bullish movement. Now I think it was Thursday the week before, like I said, Thursday last week, that I entered the trade on this candle here. The beginning of last week I was looking to sell from the supply zone. Obviously price pushed right into the supply zone and it did actually breach it, but on Wednesday we actually got the close back inside the supply zone. Thursday we got the pin bar, 50% less candle, which is what we look for always when we're trading in these zones. Like I say, that's, you all know by now by watching me setups, that's what I look for. Don't just enter when it hits this zone here and then put a stop loss here. I wait for this candle, that 50% one there. That's what I wait for, and then I enter on that close of the candle. Like this one here, I was looking to buy from these demand zones, but it moved too quickly because it dipped straight in, closed, and then moved straight back out, so I missed that move up. If we'd have got this candle here in this zone, then I would have bought, and then we would have caught that move. So if we miss him, that's fine, because you're going to catch him again. You know, it's not a huge problem missing a trade. There's always a next trade. So end on Thursday play, I entered the candle there. Thankfully on Friday we got a nice push down with the rates coming out, and we are in profit currently. 242 pips, with a stop loss of 90 pips, so that's almost 3 to 1. So if we start moving bearish, continue bearish moving today, I'm going to move my stop loss to at least 1 to 1, and bank that, and bank them pips, 90 pips of profit, just to secure the trade, because obviously we're still in a long bullish trend. It could be the top, it might not be. We might just move down, create some demand and support here, and then move up and break the high. But as for now, we're virtually 3 to 1, so let's secure some pips, and then we can look for the next trade. If we keep moving bearish, then we'll look to hold to this demand zone down here, and then we can possibly get a buy in for the next move up, because it does look like we'll punch up to this supply zone at the top here, this big monthly supply zone, sorry. So yeah, we'll just ride the sell down, and then hopefully get in on a buy on the demand for the next push up that might possibly break this supply zone and go into the monthly supply zone above. So if you followed my trade, just keep holding for now, and as I say, once we move a little bit more bearish today, get that stop loss move to 1 to 1 just to secure the trade and to secure some profits. So with that one, we'll move to EURAUD. I haven't had a trade on this for a while, as I said last time. The current it does look like a good buy from the, as you can see, we Friday's candle we dipped down into this demand zone and it rejected, so you could get a good buy on here. and go under that stop loss there. If you wanted to trade Euro AUD, you could buy from here. It looks like we could continue pushing further up today, but again, we might not. We might move consolidation. So ideally I would have wanted to buy at this demand zone, but with the way that the moving average is looking, it looks like it's coming pretty much horizontal now. I can see price probably respecting it and trading underneath it, and probably moving sideways for a bit. So yeah, actually I'd just stay clear for now. Stay clear for now on Euro AUD, and we'll wait for some significant trend movement before we decide to get another trade on this pair. So with that, we'll move to GBPUSD. Stop loss hit on this position. Again, obviously with the Friday's news release, USD has just killed every other pair. As you can see, we got stopped out, which obviously worked in favour with GJ. The pound losing its strength gave us profit on that trade. So like I say, we're 3-1 on that almost. We lost 1% on this position here, which obviously is not a big issue because I've already got that back on GJ. But again, I'm going to look for a buy at this demand zone at the bottom here. So again, like GJ, wait for price to come down here and find a support candle. Wait for price to come down and touching it, and then wait for a day's battle between buyers and sellers, and then we can get the buy up. Because what creates a support candle, what defines support, is a bearish candle with a bullish candle. That means it's a support level, and then whether it's in a particular zone or previously, that'll just show you how, that shows you where the strength is held. What creates resistance, a bullish candle and a bearish candle. See these two here, bullish candle, bearish candle, that's the resistance. We've dropped back down. What creates support, a bearish candle, a bullish candle, that's support right there. So it's pretty simple stuff, and that's what we'll be looking for on GU next time. Hopefully if this demand zone holds, we'll look to buy in on the support from there. So yeah, unlucky for now, we got stopped out on that position. We were in profit, whether you closed or not, that's up to you. I left it, and I got stopped out, so that's not a big issue. We'll look to buy back in lower at a lower price down here. So with that pair, we will move to Euro USD, and it's pretty much the same story. The US dollar killed the euro with the pounds, pretty much most pairs with that CPI news release, and as you can see, we're back down in the monthly demand zone, but it's presenting opportunities, so it's not a big issue. And again, if price comes back down to this level where it bounced previously, then I'm going to look to buy. So that previous setup was a perfect example. As you can see, this monthly demand zone held, and that previous daily candle was a 50% candle battle between buyers and sellers, and then the buyers won, and then we got a push out. So these are all, because we're on the daily time frame, all these little moves is all we need to get, some nice big profits. If we aim for that high of where we had last time, that's a risk to reward ratio of 5. If you have your stop loss under here, you can even squeeze that down depending on the candle that forms. If we get down to this level, and it's good risk to reward ratio, that's almost 8 there. So that's what to look for in Euro USD. Price to come back down here, watch for support to form, and then we can get the buy in on that one. So I'll update, I'll keep watch and update if we enter a buy on Euro USD. So with that, we'll move to gold, and it's been moving sideways for a good few weeks now. I think it could continue bearish. I think overall it's going to continue moving bearish. As you can see, price is respecting this moving average here, and we're getting a bearish daily candle today. And if the US dollar does continue to have more strength over gold, then we could see a push further down. But as you can see, the last move down, we touched this demand zone, and these are no coincidences, and it bounced right back up. So I'd look to see gold visit this demand zone again. Again, overall, I'm looking to buy back in at lower demand zones, but if you wanted to get a sell on, you could probably get a sell on here actually, and have your stop loss above this high, and that's not a bad risk to reward ratio of 5 down to that demand zone. So if you wanted to try and push a trade out, a daily trade, go on the lower time frames, and then you could actually squeeze your stop loss a little bit tighter and get a sell on, and look to sell down to these demand zones. Yeah, like I say, overall I'm looking to buy, but I want to buy it at a lower price, hopefully down here at the 1732 mark. But you know, if you wanted to get an intraday sell trade on, you could probably sell from here now, with a small enough risk, with a small enough stop loss. Use 1% risk or 0.5% if you wanted to do a little tester, and then just let it run, and then if you get it, you've got 2.5% if we reach down to this demand zone. So that'll be a little shout for me for this week, possibly to see gold move down. So with that, we'll move to Bitcoin, which has been the star of the show the last few days. Look at this movement, it's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're on the 7th current bearish daily candle, and it is gaining some momentum. So it does pretty much look like we're going to be hitting this demand zone at 24,000. A lot of people say 20k. They're expecting 20k, the old high, to be it. I was hoping that was the last one, but I was hoping this could be the last one. Either way, I'm going to dollar cost average in, and either way I'm going to put a leverage buy trade on, and look to catch the move. I did put a tester on that time, but it was only 0.5%, just in case we did catch the move back up. We got stopped out, so it's not a problem, it's only 0.5%. And I'll do the same again on this demand zone when we get down here. Once we see some support forming, I'll just put 0.5% risk trade on. If you're losing 0.5%, it's nothing, you're managing your risk. You know, people always say, oh, it's risky. Why is it risky? You're only risking what your stop loss is set at. So if you're risking 0.5%, it's not risky, is it? Because you risked 0.5%. It's like, I don't get people's attitude and ideas sometimes. Like, yes, you're trying to catch your bottom and catch a reversal, but you're setting your own risk with your stop loss. So if you use 0.5%, that's like less than what you would use on a normal trade. So I don't see what the issue is. People cry about it all the time, and I just don't get it. So that's what I'll be looking for. I'll stick a leverage trade on. I'll use 0.5% again, and then if I lose again, it's not a problem. I've only lost 1% overall. The problem is when people fucking over leverage, pardon me French, and they stick on 2%, 3%, 4%, and then they get stopped out on a riskier setup. Well, it's pretty obvious you lessen your risk. But if you catch the move and then you get volume back in your pips, that's where your returns come back. So that's what I'll be looking for now that we've broken this little channel that we were trading, this range, that we broke out of. We're definitely going to be moving down to this 24,000 demand zone. So I'll be buying some Bitcoin and holding it in my wallet, and I will also place a leverage trade once we see some support form on this level. I mean, 20k would be great, because it means we can buy Bitcoin even cheaper. You just can't be afraid to buy and hold once we get down there. That's what people fear the most, is losing what they buy. But you don't lose until you sell. So that's pretty much it for this week, everybody. GJ is the main one that we're looking at this week, watching it go into a bit more profit. Get those pips locked in. EURGBP, we're just letting that letter run. I mean, I was going to close it, but I thought, I'll just let it run just in case it does pop up, and then we can catch the move and get a little bit more profit. I mean, I've already had most of my profit from that trade anyway. So GU stopped out. As the same with EU, we're looking to buy back in on those demand zones that are lower down if we see some support forming. Gold, as I say, I'm waiting for price to come down to a demand zone lower down to buy back in. Bitcoin, obviously what I've just said. So I will catch you all again next week. Cheers everyone, take care.